Good morning, YouTube. We're here outside of a grocery store. You'll notice I'm with a black BMW and it's plugged into these EV chargers. And you're probably wondering why. And that's because for today's review, we have a treat. We have a 5 Series plug-in hybrid, otherwise known as the 530e. As you can see here, it says electrified by eye. It's in black. It's a black on black. All-wheel drive, and yeah, it's normal 5 Series, but it's electrified. And let me just tell you guys that I think this is the best bang for your buck luxury car you can get semi-used, because this thing is like 65,000 brand new. We'll go through the Monroney, but if you can find one semi-used, I think this is the best bang for your buck luxury car that will rival, in my opinion, the smoothness of the 540. Because we all know the B48 is a little bit smoother, or the B58, sorry, the B58 is a little bit smoother than the 2-liter turbos, right? Those 3-liter inlines are a little bit smoother. Even the start-stop, when it kicks on and off the engine, it's smoother in the 3-liter inline 6 than in this 2-liter. But to start off, let's kick the trunk, see if that works. It will not work because the key's in the car. But here's your trunk space. So normally in a normal 5 Series, you don't have this hump right here. This is where the battery is. So the load floor in the back is actually lower. You still get trunk space. You still get 40, 20, 40 split folding seats. You still get storage on the sides, which is nice. But you get nothing back here. But it's still usable. It's not the end of the world. Power trunk, because it is a 5 Series. Now these are gonna be just some small 5 Series things. Door, interior trim, doors, it's all the same. Luxury, supple, nice touches. Harman Kardon sound system. Back here, it's not a 7 Series. I'll say that the 5 Series rear space is closer, in my opinion, to a 3 Series than a 7 Series, if that makes sense. So like, I'm 6 feet tall, I'm about 180 pounds. I got about, there's a cutout over here which helps, so there's about like 2 inches of space there. As you can see, maybe 2 fingers. Headroom with me sitting up, there's this nice cutout. You can see the line here. The roof's sculpted, which is really nice. I mean, even here, you can see that this comes down about 1 inch. But thankfully, since the roof is sculpted, I have about 2 inches of headspace, and I am fairly comfortable back here. I could road trip back here easily. No complaints at all. The leather is very supple. Like, we'll get into the leather more comparing it to the 3 Series, but man, this leather, everywhere you touch, even up here, it's like soft touch plastic, so there's a little bit of give, so it doesn't like hurt as bad. But soft touch, ambient lighting strip. I hope you guys can see that. It's purple right now. I was gonna record this on my iPhone, but like the sun's just really out today, and I couldn't find a shady spot, and I'm actually charging the car for another video. But I'm gonna do a range test. Footroom is perfectly fine. There is a center console like chunk because it is all-wheel drive. That's fine. You have fold-out cup holders right there. That's fine. This doesn't open? Okay, that doesn't open, and then you have a pass-through where you gotta finger this button right here, and then there's your pass-through. And again, in the regular 5 Series, this is a flat load floor. In this one, there's that big hump right there because of the battery. And then this headrest flicks up, so you have 3 headrests. Nice. Back here, BMW sometimes confuses me. You get 2 USB-C ports, which my 3 Series gives you. What is this? Oh, you get a 12 volt, which is nice, but you're missing climate control. In the 3 Series, from what I could see, all 3 of them, I mean all like the different models of the 3 Series, has rear climate control vents where you can put your own temperature. Not like a little dial like this, or like the purple, or the red and blue dial, but actual plus minus temperature selection, and like auto and off. And that's missing here in a 5 Series, which I don't understand why. Otherwise, rear supple, I can go on road trips, I'm comfortable, I'm fine, I like it. again, we're in normal 3 Series territory still. To the front. Door panel, supple, nice. Power mirrors, power folding mirrors, all nice. These seats, instantly when I saw them, I knew they were going to be more comfortable than my 3 Series, and let me tell you. Normal power seats, 4-way lumbar, even the bolsters that go in and out, and you get adjustable thigh support. And let me tell you, when I got in this car, for the first time when I video cut off, I don't know why, screw you GoPro, but anyway, from the moment I sat in this seat right here, that is the first time I regret not buying a 5 Series over my 3 Series. I got my 3 Series because it was like more sporty and like sporty. Sitting in the seat was when I regretted it, and it got worse from there. The regrets built up the more I drove it. This seat is supremely comfortable, and combined with the better, like more softer suspension, this is a better daily in terms of comfort than the 3 Series. And I get it, this is supposed to be more of a boat, the 3 Series is more sporty, but I didn't realize I would notice it as much, and I didn't notice it as much when I took it out for a test drive, but when I started driving the car on my daily route to like work and stuff, which is I highly recommend. When you're looking for a car, people, take it on a drive that you normally drive, where you know like all the bumps and divots and stuff on the road. So you can remember, oh, well, my car hits this really harsh, this feels a little bit softer. Just take it on your normal drive. Don't just drive it on the dealership. See if you can take it on a normal commute. But anyway, seats are amazing. Steering wheel, nice, thick, bolstered steering wheel, or the big bolstery things that tend into. Heated steering wheel. This one gets hotter. This one is like my old 5 Series. It gets damn near scalding hot when it's on. And I thought something's wrong with my 3 Series. I went on the forums and everyone was like, it's normal because it warms, but it's not like brutally hot. This one's brutally hot where I have to turn it off. The 3 Series gets to like hand temperatures, to like 90 degrees or something. So like, to me, it feels warm. So when I get in the car on a cold day, yes, the steering wheel is not cold. It feels like my body temperature. Whereas this, you grab onto it, it's scalding hot, which I love. I love that. Let's see if we can turn the wheel a little bit for you guys. Yeah, there we go. This one has the adaptive cruise. Full adaptive cruise here with the traffic jam assist under 45. It will drive for you basically under 40 miles an hour, excuse me. A door. I looked for this one in the 3 Series, and it is so hard to find this system in the 3 Series. I don't know why a lot of them don't have it. I adore it. I wish I had it. I, again, regret not having it. I should have looked longer, but I was in a pinch and I just couldn't find it. Otherwise, the screen, it has iDrive 7, same as my iDrive. It's a 12-inch screen. Same, let's see if I can get you guys a better view. Same gauge cluster as mine. Nothing crazy. Let me actually end the video and zoom in for you guys. And I hope that is better for you guys to see. So you have the same gauge cluster I have. This is, when you see this, instantly you should know that the car has adaptive cruise because it has the little like sensors that track your eyes. And when I got in this car, I honestly like felt like I was still in my old 5 Series. The button layout down here is about the same. The climate control, mine is a little bit different, but you know, you get the gist of it, right? 2 big knobs, 2 auto, both fan speeds, and you can point where you want it to go on both sides. It's all the same. Over here you have 1 through 8, all that nice stuff. Down here, cup holders, wireless charging pad, USB port, 12 volt. Over here you have shifter, iDrive knob, traction control, normal buttons. This one gives you, instead of sport, comfort, and eco, you get sport, hybrid, and electric. And each mode has sub modes. If you had adaptive, it would be right here. You have battery charge mode, which I like. If you want to charge with the battery while you're driving, we'll get into that a little bit. Park sensors, auto park hold, and emergency brake. Small center console, seat, and small glove compartment. Now to get into some of the more technical aspects of this car. What makes this car special? Now to get into the technical aspects of this car and what makes this car special. So like I said, it is the 530 electric. You get a 12 kilowatt hour battery. For 2021, they actually made it a little bit bigger, so now it's the 12 kilowatt hour. I don't remember if it was like 9 or 10 before, but now it's 12, a little over 12 kilowatt hours. A little over 9 of it is usable, because if you know electric cars, not the full battery pack is usable. And it takes about, I'm going to do a range test, but it takes about 3.5 hours to charge the battery at a level 2 charging station. And I'll actually include a little snippet I took before of me plugging it in the car, showing how long it's going to take from like almost dead. But yeah, I get about 22 to 25 miles of electric range. That's what I've been getting. The temperature right now is about 31 degrees. It's been fairly consistent. And the thing is, a lot of people, I'm going to do a range test video for you guys, but a lot of people that do range test videos just jump on the highway, or like they jump on the highway, which is not the most efficient, or they just, you know, do a random drive. What I think makes more sense is to drive it on a normal route you take. So for the range test I'm about to do, I'm going to be driving the car on a normal route that I would do. So like apartment to gym, gym to apartment, apartment to work, work to like apartment. That should kill the battery, the complete 20-25 miles of range. I think that's some more attainable range goals, because those are the normal drives you take. I know the car will get lower range on the highway. I want to know what's going to get on my daily drives, on my back roads and on my city streets and stuff. That's what I want to know personally. And to me, it makes sense. Like, if I'm not going to get the car and complain about 25 miles of range is not enough, like on the highway when I'm only getting like 18 or 19, when 25 is enough when I'm doing my normal daily drives through the city on the back roads. But the car has a 3.3 kilowatt hour onboard charger, so which sucks because this car is over $60,000 and it takes 3.5 hours at a level 2 to charge. I get it. It is a small battery. Don't get me wrong. I understand it's a small battery, but the car is $60,000. I think BMW could have thrown in a 6.6 kilowatt hour like charger. That's just me. It would have cut the time in half. I can go run to the gym, for example, and, you know, work out in an hour, hour and a half, and have a full charge versus now I have to wait, you know, I come out and I have half a charge. It's still better than nothing, don't get me wrong. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a $60,000 car. Some features at this price point should not be missing. Otherwise, it is, like I said, this car is very smooth. When it switches from electric to hybrid, like engine kicking on, engine kicking off, it's seamless. You don't notice it, right? It's seamless to the point where, like, in my 3 Series, when I, like, say, for example, I stop at a red light and the engine turns off. When the engine turns back on, I feel it, like, shudder to the car when it kicks back on. Took it to the dealership, they said that's just normal. I actually drove that 4 Series I did a review on. It does the same thing. So I knew, that's when I realized, oh, it's normal, because that 4 Series only had, like, a couple thousand miles on it. This, though, even with the same engine, it's more seamless. The transitions between hybrid and stuff is more seamless. The brakes feel a little bit weird. They're less grabby and more progressive, which is good and bad. I know what to expect driving an electric car, and driving a plug-in, so it wasn't a shock to me. It was fine. Otherwise, it regens fine. It actually regens a good amount. There's no paddles for regenning, nothing like that, and it will not come to a full stop. It will regen until about 10 miles an hour, and then it'll stop regenning, and it'll kind of coast. The navigation system in this car is amazing. I love using BMW navigation to the point where in my 3 Series, I don't even use Apple Maps. I use BMW for everything. Their built-in software. When you use the BMW built-in software, the navigation, it will actually optimize the car's regen and coasting abilities and kind of set it on a better schedule. So like when I drive to work or to the gym, for example, I know where those things are. I still set the maps, the navigation, because when you do, you'll notice it, and like you shouldn't be looking at your gauge cluster constantly, but I notice it. sometimes the car, where instead of like all the time you take your foot off the gas, the car will go into regen right away. Sometimes you take your foot off the gas, the car will not regen. It'll actually go into like coasting mode where it's in the middle, and it just feels like the car's just like coasting, versus the car just regenerating right away, because it knows that like you're taking your foot off the gas, but like you're not going to come to a stop anytime soon. You're just like coasting because you're going like a flat road or something like that, you know what I mean? Where you don't want to really stop, you just want to kind of stop accelerating. So it's smart. I think that's part of why I'm getting, you know, mid-20s in the range, while other people are saying I'm getting like 15 or 17. I'm getting mid-20s in 31-degree weather with a car parked outside, so it always starts with a cold battery. It's because I'm also using the navigation. Otherwise, this car is so smooth. It is so nice to drive. I miss my 3 Series. I found one of these that I like, that I could justify trading my car in for. It is a cement black one with the M Sport package. I know it'll kill the range a little bit, but not a big deal. Harman Kardon, all the bells and whistles. This one does not have a 360 camera. That one does. This one does not park itself. That one does, just like my 3 Series. But like all the bells and whistles in that car. And it's 54,000 used with 11,000 miles. So I cannot justify the price. I can justify getting the car, but not at that price, because I'm already going to take a fat loss on my 3 Series, which has currently been at the dealership. That's why I've been getting all these rental cars. So yeah, I'm at here at the charger doing a video to make a, you know, charge the car, to make a video on range. And if you guys can see this, I hope you guys can see this. The car is saying 22 miles of electric range, 22 miles down there at 100%. Now the nice thing is, I want to show you guys something. Since refueling 8 days ago, I've been averaging 51 miles a gallon. I've driven 182 miles, and 101 of that was in electric. Now, these numbers are actually skewed, and let me tell you why. I just did a 90-mile commute on the highway. All of that was the engine basically running. Otherwise, it also has gestures. Otherwise, it was basically all electric I was driving. My everyday driving for this car with only 20-25 miles of range was still in all electric mode, like 99% of the time. That for me works. So this car says 51 miles a gallon for 2 reasons. 1, because I put 90 miles on the highway. 2, because I wanted to charge up the battery. So while on the highway, I actually stuck the car in charge mode. And so say you're driving on the highway, this car is rated, got the Monroney right here. This car is rated, engine-wise, 25 miles per gallon overall, combined city and highway. I was getting 32 to 33 consistently when I drive it on the highway. 32 to 33 miles per gallon consistently on the highway. I never saw lower than that. These are long highway journeys. I put about 800 miles in this car. Once you kick on the charge mode to charge up the battery, you'll actually see the MPGs drop right away. So they drop to about 21, 22 on the highway. Same cruise control speed, same day. It's instantly. You set the charge thing on, you push the charge button, the car will start pulling power from the engine to charge the battery. It'll charge the battery to full in about 40 miles from empty on the highway going 70 miles an hour. It will tank the gas mileage to about 20, 21. I never saw over 21. Once the car is done charging the battery, you'll jump back. It'll hold the battery at 100% or whatever you set it at, and it'll maintain that charge, I guess, and usually go back up to your normal driving MPG, which is great. There's reasons for charge mode. I'm not gonna get into them. People have their own reasons for why they want to charge the battery while they're driving, but I did it to get the car prepped for this video, so I don't have to stay in front of a charger for 3 hours. But to show you guys, I do have the Monroney here, which a lot of car reviewers don't show, and I like to see. So, let's see if I can get this to focus. Let's see, I hope you guys can see this. Okay, so, manufacturer's suggested retail price $57,850. This car is the black sapphire metallic with the black perforated Sensatac seats, which are the base seats. You have the driver assistance pro package, which is the adaptive cruise. So you get the extended traffic jam assist, and you get the active driving assistant pro. Premium package, power tailgate, heated front seats, gesture controls. There's more in this package. They're just not labeling it. It gives you like the heads-up display and stuff too, which is amazing. CarPlay, Sport Boost, which is the electric boost. This car normally has like 240 some horsepower, but when you put it in extra boost mode, you'll get up to 288. 19-inch wheels with run flats. Chrome, heated steering wheels is 190. Chrome, gray poplar wood trim, blah blah blah. Sports seats, blah blah. Wi-Fi, hotspot, USB, charging socket. Wheel locks 155, floor liners 195, BMW first aid kit 45, destination 1,000. This car priced out at $64,000. That's why I'm saying at this price point, this car should have gotten a 6.6 kilowatt hour battery. Don't know why I didn't. Get your all your normal things: eDrive button with auto, eDrive Max, eDrive and battery controls, high voltage lithium ion battery, 2-liter BMW twin power turbo inline 4-cylinder, 16 valve engine, blah 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 blah, all the nice stuff. Hi-fi system, but then this car also has the, I think the Harman Kardon is actually in the premium package, because I'm not seeing it listed alone. But this car has the Harman Kardon, which is nice. They're listing the car that, so they're listing a 3-hour charge time, and electricity and gasoline average would be 62 miles per gallon combined. This is saying all electric range of 0 to 19 miles. With an average being of 19, and with gasoline you'll get up to 320. This tank is smaller, it's about 12 gallons, so the car always estimates that when I start off that I'll get about 300 miles of range. But that's about it, guys. I think it's a stunning car. Oh, this is what I hate right here. Here's another thing. Visor test fails. This right here is where the sun comes in, and it absolutely cooks my brain. But we're gonna take it on a drive right now, guys. But I want to show you guys this car. I absolutely love it. I don't want to give it back. If it had the 360 cameras in it, I would honestly see if BMW would just swap out the cars with me and just call it a day. Don't think they would. But yeah, that's the video, guys. Thanks for tuning in.